From the Weather NorCal Command Center, this is your Evening Update.
Ants Meats and Grocery is much more than a grocery store. We carry a full line of quality meats, local and organic vegetables, and a large variety of fish, Green Mountain Smart Control pellet grills, and a full deli case of sandwiches and side dishes.
Good evening, everyone. Well, we do have some more wet weather going into tonight and even tomorrow. I mean, the thing is, tomorrow's more of that transition day. I mean, a fairly wet day for many of us throughout the day today. I'm expecting more wet weather tomorrow, but it's that transition from the cool and wet weather we've been experiencing since last week to drier and warmer conditions. So not only drier, but much warmer, especially for the end of this week. But there is more rain in the forecast by this upcoming weekend and into early next week. But a big warm-up by the end of next week. We'll take a closer look at that in our deep dive forecast. Let's get you through Futurecast here, and there you can see as we take you to tomorrow morning, you can see snow levels still around 3,000 to 4,000 feet. But take a look at this. We take a look at the valley. We still have that nice stream of moisture coming in. There could be kind of that drizzle, that light rain that's kind of steady through the morning hours. Behind that is drier weather, but still mainly overcast skies, including the coast, although even some clearing there. But then you'll notice to the north and east, we've got that snow, again, between 3,000 and 4,000 feet. That's tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. Now we take you into the afternoon. You see how it kind of starts to break apart. The rain is breaking apart. We're seeing less of that flow and just some scattered showers. Still mainly overcast, though, for the valley as we go into the afternoon hours. Snow level still around 3,000 to 4,000 feet. At this point, it's very insignificant, any rain or snow we do see. But we're beginning to see clouds breaking up to the north and to the west. And by the time we get into Wednesday night, it's gone. And Thursday, it's looking dry. Now, if we get enough clearing as we go into Wednesday night and Thursday morning, we could be talking about some dense fog out there. I mean, a lot of leftover moisture. So if we clear things out, I think we could very easily see some fog as we go into Thursday morning. But otherwise, sunny skies for Thursday afternoon, and of course, clear skies taking you into Thursday night as well. Now, taking a look at the rainfall totals. Yeah, I mean, still pretty impressive through Wednesday. We could see upwards of, say, 0.8 of an inch of rainfall for Redding, about an inch in Chico. So still some pretty good rain coming out of this. Just less rain as you head to the center part of the valley, about 1/4 to maybe 3/10 of an inch of rainfall. And there you can see about 1/2 inch to 3/4 of an inch out along the coast. All right, so here's what we can expect here for tonight. Temperatures dropping down into the mid to upper 40s. So still mild overnight lows, at least for the valley. Still cold, though, in the mountains. As you can see, temperatures there are going to be in the 30s and right around 40, low 40s for most of us along the coast, inland as well. All right, so here's your Trinity County neighborhood forecast. There, of course, you can see those temperatures are going to be in the upper 40s to low 50s. It's dry. It's dry for Trinity County for Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And beginning to warm up too. But then that wet weather returns for Saturday and looks like even Sunday as well. And for the North Coast, also dry for Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Temperatures in the low 50s for your daytime highs. 56 for a high in Smith River for your Wednesday, 53 in Crescent City. Winds from the north at 4 miles per hour inland and along the coast a little bit stronger at about 11 miles per hour. Here's your Siskiyou County neighborhood forecast at north wind. There you can see those temperatures in the mid-40s, give or take, although some of the cooler spots out towards Doris and McDowell with highs around 39 degrees. We take you to your Modoc County neighborhood forecast. Temperatures in the low 40s. We've got dry conditions for your Thursday and Friday. More showers Saturday, dry on Sunday, more showers by Monday and Tuesday. Here's your Eastern Mountains neighborhood forecast. We could see a stray sprinkle, maybe some flurries here for tomorrow afternoon, drying out Thursday, Friday, and then more wet weather Saturday, but drying out Sunday, and then again some wet weather going into Monday, Tuesday of next week. Here's your Valley neighborhood forecast. Temperatures are going to be in the low 60s. Look for a high of about 59 for Los Molinos, 62 degrees for Hamilton City, and Chico about 61. We take it up north a little bit cooler. I think the clouds may stick around a little bit longer, about 58 degrees for Redding, 53 in Whiskeytown, and there's about 56 out towards Bella Vista. Here's your 7-day outlook for Redding, and there you have it, the isolated showers. Dry for Thursday, Friday, showers on Saturday. Look at that. Don't you know, we're springing forward. Set those clocks forward an hour, Saturday night, Sunday morning. Dry for Sunday, though, at least in the valley, and then more showers come Monday and Tuesday. Well, that is your quick forecast. Let's get into that deep dive forecast, kind of get more detail with what's going on. So here's your overall setup. We've got this area of low pressure right here. we've got some cold air to our north and west. This low pressure, as it dives down to the south, will kind of start to transition more to a north flow of those winds. Thanks to kind of what's going on with the jet stream and, of course, the area of low pressure down to our south. Meanwhile, as we go into Thursday, Friday, this warmer air begins to settle in as high pressure builds in for your Thursday and Friday. This is when I think overall everyone is going to be looking at dry conditions and warmer conditions. But just when you thought it was over, no, it's not, because we've got this right here. That's coming in on Saturday. But look what happens to the jet stream. We flatten things out Monday, Tuesday, and we get this what we call a zonal flow type pattern. Now, when we take a look at Futurecast, it'll show what this means. It's basically going to mean that these storms kind of fall along what we call a zonal flow type pattern. It's a very fast flow of the jet stream, and it's very flat. Typically we've got the ridges and dips, those troughs and ridges. We're not seeing that at this point. However, check this out. Beginning to see signs that we could get quite a warm-up toward the end of next week. Look what's happening. We're going to start to see this big blocking ridge of high pressure build in over the western United States, really kind of the west coast here, and this big, deep trough. Now, as it stands right now, this trough is eventually going to try to want to move over this ridge and flatten it out, and it may very well do that. I mean, we're looking out a long ways from now. We're going to the end of next week. We haven't even gotten to the end of this week. Right, so a lot can happen between now and then. This is not guaranteed. I want to tell you that much right now. But this is a pattern that we're beginning to see. And both the European and this GFS forecast model agree that this is the setup. Again, that doesn't mean it's guaranteed, but this is a pattern I've got my eyes on. That's why I put the question mark in those headlines, big warm up, right? Because we don't know for sure that that's what's going to happen. However, the Climate Prediction Center is beginning to get on board with this. This is the latest temperature outlook for the next 10 days or so. We're getting closer to the near normal. We're breaking away from the below normal. And in fact, we even got a little bit sliver of just barely above normal. All right, that percentage is low, but we're at least be close to near normal. So we're breaking away from that cooler air and getting some warmer air here possibly. Again, that's a long way from now. A lot can happen between now and then. So we take a look at the winds. So they're from the south this evening, right? But then as we go through the day, we're going to start to see them go from the south first and then eventually come out of the north. That's Wednesday. And north winds, not to mention along the coast. They should stay out of the north for your Thursday. In fact, get fairly strong here down into the valley. Now, there's a reason why we got those stronger north winds, because in the upper levels of the atmosphere on Thursday, we've got that ridge of high pressure, but we're still on the east side of that ridge of high pressure. So what's happening is this is that nightmare that we get in the summer when you see the dry north wind. You've got this wind going up and over that ridge, and then this is upper level support for some strong north winds. So it'll do a couple of things. Number one, it's going to help to kind of dry us out a little bit, clear things out, and it'll also give us those, we'll call it breezy, borderline windy conditions. Now that ridge of high pressure shifts to the east, the winds die down on Friday, but still warm, still dry. But then this is what's coming in on Saturday. There you can see Saturday. This right here, you see that zonal flow type pattern? That's what's coming in on Sunday. So there's Sunday at noon. And then we kind of, again, we start to flatten out that ridge of high pressure, and we got this zonal flow that I was talking about. It's a very fast flow in the upper levels of the atmosphere, that jet stream. And any storm that's embedded within that, you think of like when you're like in a stream of flowing water, you throw a stick in there that floats and it just flows down that stream very quickly. That's kind of what these storms are doing. This is kind of like a twig that's in the stream here, of course, but that twig instead is rain, and that's going to be moving in our direction and will be here by Tuesday. Now, as I mentioned, we see that ridge of high pressure eventually begin to build in by Wednesday, Thursday, Friday of next week. That's when we start to see warmer temperatures, and as a result, also drier weather toward the middle and latter part of next week. So we look at the precipitation outlook in the long range. Not only are we expected to see possibly warmer weather, but chances for rain are beginning to diminish as well. And you think about the last several days, we've been in this darker shade of green, indicating a higher percentage of seeing above normal rainfall. That's dropped significantly since we've seen this new pattern begin to take shape. So we'll see. Again, a lot can happen between now and then. It's not guaranteed. Look at the waves. They're actually beginning to increase as we go into tomorrow afternoon. But then as we go into Thursday, they drop significantly. So at least a little bit better conditions out there for anyone who has to be on a small boat. There you can see northwest winds at 20 to 25 knots, waves from the north at 7 feet at 7 seconds, and from the west at 3 feet at about 14 seconds. No alerts here for tonight and into tomorrow morning. That will probably change, though, as we start to see those wave heights increase tomorrow. Temperatures for your Wednesday will be in the upper 50s to around 60 in the valley, but of course still quite chilly in the mountains, only reaching the low to mid 40s and in the low to mid 50s along the coast. And for Trinity County, basically right around 50 degrees, give or take. All right, let's take a look at your 7-day forecast region by region. We start off with the valley. Just an isolated shower or two. I think the best chances will be in the morning, diminishing chances turning over to scattered showers by the afternoon. By Thursday, we're dry. We're dry on Friday, and there it is. More wet weather Saturday, dry on Sunday, more showers Monday and Tuesday of next week. And taking a look at the coast, I'm actually expecting dry conditions tomorrow and Thursday and Friday. But then Saturday through the weekend, all the way into early next week, a chance for off and on rain. Take a look at your your Mount Shasta forecast. So many counties, so many towns. My brain gets them all jumbled up sometimes. Your Mount Shasta, Alturas, and of course Susanville. So what we're seeing here, dry conditions Thursday and Friday, and then there you can see Saturday, snow levels around 4,000 feet. Dry on Sunday, but it looks like we do see more showers in the forecast come Monday and Tuesday of next week.